What's up, everybody? Welcome to Love and Black and White, where each
Yo.
try and do what, Manulus?
Put the love back in your right.
I'm one of the hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and as always, we have the Black Don Juan. We have the Sergio the Bonerac. Rojas Martin Cunha.
Why, thank you. It's good to be here. Cookie, don't text and drive. Love ya.
And we have
That's Kane.
coming to get arrested for being too sexy.
Ooh.
Big Daddy Kane Holloway.
Yeah.
Can you yell at the window and tell him to shut the fuck up, Kane?
Hey, New York. Shut the fuck up. There no
Reminds
go.
me of Coming to America when he was like, to be loved. And he's like, shut the fuck up.
To be loved. To be loved. What up, Cookie? What up, Big Daddy Chris? What up, Victoria?
Big Daddy Chris.
So we
Going on,
what up, Robert? So we left off. Kane had told us about the situation of possibly bringing someone into the bedroom or having an open relationship, and you were like, Hall and Oates, you can't go for that. No.
But
Can do.
I just want to provide everybody with an update. So we've got so Kane has been in New York for how long now?
Like a week.
A week. And so take us through this week of living with your new significant other, new person.
I haven't unpacked shit.
Ooh.
And we immediately jumped on a plane to Pittsburgh to go meet her family. So
shit is getting real.
yeah, so I walked in smooth as shit, smooth as silk.
You're like, oh, what's up, Maz? What's up, Paz?
Yeah, what's up, Paz?
You
What
said
up,
hi to all of
dog?
them.
I
What's
fist
up?
bumped everybody.
I'm dicking this hoe down. No.
Yeah, I
Fist
patted
bumped
her on
the
the head.
parents, fist bumped or fisted the girl, whatever. Also, shout out to Emeretta Critter. Or we already said Big Daddy Chris, right?
Yep. And
who
San
else is
Francisco
in here?
49er girl.
Carla, San Francisco 49er girl. What's up, y'all?
Shout out to your team getting the win this weekend, but it was still preseason. So,
Yeah,
you know,
nobody
it
gives a
really
shit
wasn't
about
shit.
that. Sipping on Emeretta.
Emerita.
So you guys now have been dating officially how long, Kane?
It's about 6 months.
Fucking, it's so fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
So you've been dating 6 months. When did you meet her again, or like how long ago was it that you guys first had your like interaction on the podcast?
That was probably about 7 months ago. I was sort of like I stopped. I wasn't on the dating. I deleted all the dating apps. I was like, I'm done with them. I don't want to talk to women I meet on the intranet, because like the way I feel about it, I don't. Manny, you never did the dating apps, right?
Never got a chance to.
Yeah.
Black people meet Black Planet.
Wait. You know what I love is that John Slayton, he had a site called Afromance that he was on where he would meet black women. It was amazing.
Johnny Slayton, really?
Johnny Slayton.
Afro man.
Afromance. He loves black women. He was like, man, I love ass.
Man, I love that. What?
It's
Yeah.
also is why he was on Grinder. Hello,
So stupid.
because they fuck in the ass.
Cause they, huh? Can you hear me?
We just want to say here on the Love and Black and White podcast, there is nothing wrong with that type of love if that's what you're into. Make sure that you're just safe and that it is all out of love, or just fucking whatever is on your heart and on your mind.
You know
Back
what
to you guys.
I found out living in New York. I met one of Raina's friends, who's a gay gentleman, who's married, gay gentleman, and apparently there's a predominant open relationship sort of thing going on in the gay community. If you're in a relationship, you still go out and you fuck randos.
No shit.
Yeah, they just go out and they just fuck each other on a near constant basis because that's what's good in the hood. And I don't know how they do it. And they're like this is how he said it to me. Every gay person you know. They're in an open. If they're in a relationship, they're in an open relationship.
No, I know somebody that's not. I won't out him. But no, because like I know he's been in this relationship for a while and they do not have sex. They like haven't had sex for years, and he doesn't do anything else.
Our resident gay told us that any guy that you fuck and that you don't end up being in a relationship with, you become best friends with afterwards. So,
Aw.
yeah.
That's how me
Yeah.
and Jay did it.
Wait, who
Power-
fucked? Who got
Power,
fucked?
Power Bottom Hollingsworth.
Yeah, that's a little PB&H, PB&J.
Oh,
Your dick got in my ass. Your ass went in on my dick.
Is that the old? That's the old Reese's peanut
cup.
butter.
Yeah.
That's what I call your asshole. My little Reese's peanut butter cup.
It's so fucking stupid.
Fucking Jesus.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Victoria asked Kane. So you guys, you talked on the podcast, and if you didn't hear the last one, Victoria. So she was a guest on the podcast, and when you saw her, was it love at first sight? Is what a couple people are curious.
I don't. It wasn't love at first sight, but it definitely was. It was the first time I'd been really nervous and really excited, and love struck, but in a way where I was like, I want to talk to this person more and more. I want to, but I'm also like nervous to talk to this person because what if I'm a big fucking idiot and she doesn't like me? Because I was going on dates with these women I met on Hinge or Tinder or whatever, and I felt nothing. I didn't like.
I was gonna say, we'll let the fucking police car. Jesus Christ!
I live in Manhattan, baby. What do you want from me? Come on, I'm big time, dog.
You live in the movie The Outsiders. You're talking into this microphone, but if you look, the mic is going through your headset. I don't know if you know that, Kane.
Is it?
Yeah. Go to your settings, and you can see it'll tell you like for microphone. It'll probably say headset because I can hear like when you move and shit, it's coming through your
external microphone.
Click it.
Okay.
See, this is how professional we are, guys. We do this shit ahead of time.
How about now? Better?
Yeah, I think.
Into the microphone? I'm away from the microphone?
Yep.
I'm next to the microphone?
Because
Okay,
before
great.
you would hear the thing scraping on your beard. Okay, so you had little dick goosebumps when you saw her.
Little dick goosebumps. All the blood rushed out of my head.
Known as herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, baby, this ain't herpes. This is little dick goosebumps.
This is little dick goosebumps.
Give me a little goosebumps.
I'm just trying to put the love in you right. You want to do the show?
Shout out to Daphne's in here now, Daphne Parks. And so it's fucking wild to me that in a 7-month time, and I'm not saying this, you get it, you know me. It blows my mind though. In 7 months, you met somebody, you started a long distance relationship, you're in love, fell in love, moved to where she was at, and now have met her parents all in 7 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
It doesn't seem fast.
You must live in a shithole because there are cops everywhere.
No,
there's another fucking ambulance or police car.
Yeah, this is actually.
This is a quiet time.
You know the Calm app. This is what I pay for. This is my Calm app.
Yeah. Look at Divine said,
Yeah.
Here on the Harley's Worthless podcast, we just want to say there's nothing funny about STIs or STDs, whichever you prefer.
Are you PC Manny across the board?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but sometimes like people step in. Divine Equinox steps in. Sandy, she usually, comes in and backs me up. There's certain shit I miss. I'm not gonna be perfect every time, but our fans are. They're perfect.
I love that you're PC Manny on PC Manny.
Yeah. Dude, and it's so weird. How it is came with podcasts, whether it's your don't take bullshit from fuckers or well, actually, podcasts. You like that? I just fucking slipped in 2 plugs for you, like I used to do
shameless.
with you. But it's like shit just happens organically, and like PC Manny, I don't even remember the first instant, but it was like immediately we're like, oh yeah, we'll probably need PC Manny
Gotta run
a
with
lot.
that, yeah.
And then I think it started on Love in Black and White.
It did, and then it crept over into.
And then it went over to Hollings Worthless, and now, and like me and Sean are always just amazed because there's no stutter. No stammer. We're like, how the fuck
Kane, we have so many, like, one of these days we'll have, like, when we have you back on, we have like 2 reverends that are just fucking horrible. We have this Tammy Joe character who dates only black guys, but she was part of the Klan at one point.
Yeah. She left her family for Manulist.
Jay's always
come. Another fucking police car. I'm really worried about you. I don't know if you should have moved to the city.
Yeah, no, this is what the city is like.
God.
When you come out here, I'll show you around. We'll get a slice of pizza, and we'll count how many ambulances go by.
Okay, so I'm gonna. By the way, mentioning of Tammy Joe, Carla, I think she had her niece draw this up. Carla Allen, who's in here.
Oh yes.
And we have it. I'm gonna see if I can. Well, first I'll put it up here on the camera. Oh shit. It's fucking.
You wait. Go back. You can kind of see it. Hold on. There we
Oh
go.
yeah, I see it. Who is that? That's
Tammy
Tammy
Joe.
Joe.
That's the lady. She comes from a family that was. I'm gonna. You know what? Let me mail it to myself. Mail it. Let me email it to myself. And
Such
see
an
if I
old
can.
man.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the backstory on Tammy Joe. She her family was in the Klan. She left her family. She's not from that life anymore.
Sure.
But she has, history in it. But she left it for Manulus.
She set up parties and shit. She was the daycare. She worked the daycare at the Klan. Bring all your chitlins. Bring all your children over.
Patrick Milton from Nobody Likes Onions podcast said, "Is this guy a bocce chef? When does he flip a shrimp up into his hat?"
You like it?
Fuck.
It is pretty tall.
Leave it to Patrick to relate you to something food related. He's a big boy. All right, let me get this. Let me download this picture and I'll fucking show you Tammy Joe.
Oh God.
Okay. Back.
So, anyways, but while you're doing that, back to meeting the family. So they were great. So wait, they're from Philly, right?
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh. Okay. So were they like a little hard ass, or like was it like?
No, well, no, really, they were just all like. I think maybe if we had met in our 20s,
right,
it probably I would have. Actually, one guy did. I guess who's like an ex-drug dealer.
Oh,
told Raina like, hey, if he fucks up, just make a call, and I got you. And I was just like, dude, I'm in a fucking suit at a bar mitzvah, a 13-year-old's bar mitzvah, and I'm just like. Hey man, real quick, you do anything bad, I'll fucking kill you.
Dude, that's exactly how Crystal's brother was. I didn't, and I thought he was just fucking around, but he was actually like, ex-con and like been running with the like Russian mafia and shit, and just fucking crazy. I was like,
you guys can see this, right? By the way,
no, not yet.
You can't see this? I thought he shared the screen.
No.
What the fuck? Entire screen. Oh, window. Okay, let's do that. Oh, there we go. There. Let me see if I is it just showing her whole thing or just her body?
Whole thing.
It's showing the whole thing.
Okay, good. You'll notice on her shoulder she has a Wakanda Forever. Like I won't tell you what the old tattoo was that was here, but it probably wasn't good. But that's Tammy Joe.
Wow, she reminds me of like 3 people I've met in my life.
Oh, fuck.
It's so good. We got to start a cartoon at some point.
Oh, dude. Okay. That's Tammy Joe. Okay, we're back. Fucking.
That's so funny.
If anybody wants to draw any additional pictures, like the Reverend or Fred.
Reverend Ezekiel, and then his
Reverend. I just want to thank everybody for coming into service today and just praising the Lord and just making sure that our finances are on point. And I think Fred, there's a scripture that says about giving to the pastor so that he can have nice things, and there shouldn't be a problem with anybody having nice things. What would you speak on that, Fred?
Tithes.
Very blessed day. Thank you, everybody. Pass that collection plate around one more time. Praise him.
That was awesome.
Like, what the fuck is happening? There was some requests. Well, maybe there was just one. It might have just been Victoria, but she said she should come say hi really quick.
She's currently making me dinner. That's right.
Well, that's what she knows.
That's the relationship I've walked into, baby. You make me some spaghetti and shut up.
You know what? Worth the move. So you went up there, you met her parents, and who was it that you were saying? I'm sorry, I was bringing up Tammy Joe when you're saying somebody.
I met Tammy Joe. I met her version of Tammy Joe. Everyone was super great. And met pretty much the whole family in one shot. It's how like the first time I met her friends. I met all the friends in basically one shot. My first New York trip up. They're like, so this friend of mine is having a birthday party. You want to meet everyone? And I'm like, sure. And I'm good in the crowd, so I walk. That's how I met, and that's how I met her family. I met her dad. We went to Pittsburgh Pirates game. We went to a Pirates game and hung out, and he bought me a hat. I felt like a little kid. It's like I was like looking at team hats, and then he's like, here, give me one. I'm like, dude, he's 10 times nicer than my fucking dad. And and then met her mom, stepdad, brothers, and then just all extended family. And they got everyone was getting drunk all weekend, and so I was the designated driver, which was nice to have everyone be like, Kane, you're good, dude, man. You really hung in there. Can I get the aux cord?
Yeah, make sure you give me 5 stars. What am I, your fucking Uber driver? Now, when is there going to be? Are there plans for her to meet the Holloways?
She met my sister, brother-in-law, and
your sister, brother.
Yeah, she said
she identifies as now.
Yeah, that's Tammy. That's my Tammy Joe. No, she met my sister, brother-in-law, my brother and his girlfriend, who was just the fucking worst.
Your brother's girlfriend,
who, like she's an acquired taste, and I make fun of her a lot, and then and I really, I was like, hey, it's just her personality. And then when she went to meet Raina, she's giving hugs to everybody, right? We're at brunch meeting everybody. Raina goes over. She's a wonderful person to meet, and she wants to hug everybody. She's like, hey, you're important to Kane.
Please tell me she was like, I'm not a hugger.
No, dude, that would have been 1,000 times nicer than the bullshit that she pulled. This motherfucker, I was so pissed. She hugs my brother, who's super tall, and it was like kind of like a difficult hug because he's going over the table. And then Raina moves around to get closer to the girlfriend, who's smaller than my brother, so it was an easier hug. And she goes, "I'm good." I wanted to throw hot pancake syrup in her fucking eyeballs. I was so pissed. I was like, "I'm good. Fuck you."
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, I mean, in her defense, has this girlfriend been through the 2 previous marriages?
Okay, can we not bring up secrets? Let's not bring up secrets on the podcast.
Speaking of that, because we didn't talk about on the first time you were on, or last episode. So you were married previously to Kelsey.
Yeah, we weren't, but we never signed any paperwork, so we were never actually like married. So
the first woman too?
No, we signed some paperwork.
Okay.
That was a debacle. That was an ordeal.
Yeah, did you want to talk about that at all or not?
I mean, it's such a long time ago. I don't even remember what kind of
you've just
person
been
I was.
railing women.
It's just been one marriage after the other, boys.
Wait. So I remind me again. Was that like a high school sweetheart, or was that more of a?
No, she. Well, she went. We went to rival high schools, but we met. We actually met because a buddy of mine was trying to pick her up at a party.
Okay.
And
was he an Uber driver?
No, the Uber didn't exist then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were like, I was like 19 or something, and we went to this house party, and he was like, "That's the girl. And this other guy was hitting on her, and they were doing this like who could flatter her the most, and I was sitting there eating Tootsie Rolls, and then there was like a pocket, there's like a little window for me to say something. And I was like, "Would you like a Tootsie Roll?" And she goes, "No, I don't like Tootsie Rolls." And then we got into a debate on whether or not Tootsie Rolls is a good candy. And then I got her phone number.
Hilarious, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny that is your MO. I feel like everybody was hitting on Kelsey when they found out she was single, and then all of a sudden here comes Kane, walking in, man. Just
bag of Tootsie Rolls, and that's all you need. If any
Tootsie
guys in
Rolls
here are
and
struggling, if you're struggling in the dating world, just make sure you have an average sized dick and some Tootsie Rolls.
A little Tootsie Roll for her.
Yeah,
in your pocket, and also, all right.
You dude. I knew it. Like as you were going through that sentence, I'm like, he doesn't know where he's going with it.
No. There's people were asking, is Raina as fucking Tyler Smith would say, a colored of people?
You said what?
Yeah, it's on the Hollingsworth list. He was trying to say people of color, and he was like, really fucked it up.
People.
Where was PC Manny?
I think I was off that. Wait, was that? No, yeah.
You got snapped out of existence.
Like, yeah, the Thanos to me just.
No, but so they're asking. She's Jewish, right?
She's Jewish. Yeah. Reina. I see this. Thought it was spelled Reina, which is queen in Spanish. It's also queen in
Another
Yiddish.
police car.
The way that it's spelled. What do you want from me? I live in the city. Sorry, we don't all live in the desert. You fucking Vegas fuck.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's also Reina, Rayna.
Okay.
And for those that are all interested in podcast she does, you can also check out her podcast. It's called Girls Gotta Eat, and it's a sex and dating podcast, and it's really, really phenomenal.
Way to go on
all
us
about
losing
oral.
fans. Yes.
It is. It's a lot about oral. She interviewed Asa Kira. Do you know Asa Kira?
Oh yeah, that's the porn star,
Let me
right?
think. No, I don't think I know who that is. Asian, is 5'2", weighs 110 pounds. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Asa? Or is it Asa? What'd you call it?
I think it's Asa. Is it not Asa? Is it Asa?
I thought it was a secure.
It's Asa. Reina, is it Asa? It's Asa.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Queen Greenberg says it's Asa. It's Asa. So
like Bobby Lee is friends with her or some shit. What was I gonna say? So back to the whole Kelsey thing. So so where do we leave off with the
we split up, Manny. God.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Wait, a sensitive subject, that shit. No, but Jay was what, like, I feel like, where did we leave off last episode?
well, so you were talking about how basically right when the pandemic started, or right before the pandemic, you guys had realized, like, okay, this probably isn't right. We need to separate. And then the government said, no, you guys got to be locked down together.
Yeah. Like almost we walked off a plane from Boston and we broke up on the plane. And like some people it was a packed plane, and some people were wearing masks and some people weren't, and some people were like, you could hear people like while we're having this whisper argument on the plane that led to a breakup. Like some people are like, I think maybe I have COVID. Like you could hear people casually talking about how they think they might have COVID.
Right.
And so then we were like looking for new places, and then they issued the quarantine. And then it was after that, it was like we were stuck in the house together, and we didn't know if it was safe to move out into our own separate apartments. And so we were like trying to wait for the news to like let us know. And then finally we were like, we can't do this for much longer. So let's just fuck it. Let's just pay one moving crew. They'll take our shit that we split in half to separate places, and then that'll be it. And we shook hands. We fist bumped.
Yeah. So how long were you guys how long did you guys stay together after breaking up in the same place? I mean,
I think it was, I moved. When did the lockdown start? January?
I feel like it was like
March 2020.
It was March 12th. Raina knows everything.
Man.
March 12th. So
shouldn't she be cooking?
She is cooking. Periodically she'll cook, and then she'll give some information. She's
I didn't see her ask though. Ask you.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on. March 12th.
Yeah, so I think it was January. We broke up. It was January we broke up, and then I think and then we were like trying to figure out where to move, and that was taking its toll. And then they started to talk about the lockdown, I think it was. And then then they locked everything down, and then after that I moved.
So what, April?
No, it was like mid-March.
Okay.
Oh, mid-March you moved.
So
yeah,
what did you do much?
You went to where? Oh, that's when you moved in with the stripper.
Yeah, I moved in with a stripper with a snake.
Right. Okay. Now while you two were there, was either of you like going out on dates or having anybody over, or?
No, that wasn't gonna go down. Like we were just like, well, first of all, we weren't gonna try and see anybody but each other because we knew we weren't sick. So, and then we really didn't see anybody. And then, so I don't think, for sure, I didn't go on any kind of dates.
But you had when you guys were going to try the open thing, at one point you had a girl come over there while she was there, and she went in the other room, right?
Oh, that was yeah. Well, that was when we set up rule. It was like rule 3 of the open relationship, which is no strangers at the house. Because like this girl came over and like looked all dolled up, and then she like ran into our bedroom, and I was like, she's like, you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, all right, later, babe. I'm going out with her. So yeah, then it was the rule 3 popped up: no strangers in the house.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can't.
How many
come
rules
over.
were there?
There were 3. Rule number 1 was don't tell each other shit.
Okay.
And that was also
Don't talk
rule
about
2.
it.
Don't talk about it. The same rules of Fight Club. First 2 rules are don't talk about it, and then rule 3 is no strangers in the house.
All right, there you go. 3 rules of Fight Club.
Fuck club, man.
Yeah, and then you lived with the stripper for, was it a year?
Yeah, I live with this. Yeah. Oof. My
God.
God.
Daphne asked, what was the conversation like during this time after breaking up and moving out? And how often did you talk to her once you guys separated or like moved out?
We talked a lot because like we had that big breakup. So then after we had that big breakup where it was like, you did this, you did this, blah, blah, blah. And then when we finally reached a point where it's like, oh, this is over, we were able to like come to a friendly place. So we weren't like shitty or mad at each other anymore. Like we had sort of unburdened ourselves. And so any sort of toxicity that was underlying was completely gone. And so after that, we were best buddies. I mean, you had no idea we were broken up. We fucking got along. We got along better then than we had in like maybe like the last couple of years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should give it another try.
Hold on, let me put you on speaker.
Yeah. By the way, you're still on your headset.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah,
fuck him. Yeah, you're good.
I don't know if you check if there's a USB mic that you can select. Do you see it?
Mm-mm.
All right, well then, fuck it.
So I guess any advice to anybody who's out there thinking about starting an open relationship while they're married?
I would say do the opposite of what I did.
Okay.
Just do the exact opposite. Talk about everything.
Okay.
And maybe involve each other in your shit. Involve each other in all your sexcapades. You know.
Did you say wait? I'm not trying to be funny. Did you say evolve yourself or involve yourself?
Involve
yourself. Okay.
Involve each other in each other's shit. Like, oh hey, I can't see you Friday because I'm going out with Sarah. So find something to do. And you know, like if you really want to do if you really, because a lot of people have this idea that monogamy is horseshit, and you can't, we're animals and we're built to fuck everything that walks past us that wants to fuck us. So, there are people out there who think like that, but also want to have their cake and eat it too, and have a relationship, have a comfort. Because human beings, we want a certain level of comfort and we want a certain level of chaos, where it's like there's this uncertainty in our lives that we need to figure out, but we also need something nice and comfy to come home to, so we don't feel like our life is complete craziness. And if you have too much comfort, your life is boring. If you have too much chaos, you feel like you're drowning. And so an open relationship can maybe balance that out, I guess. But I just felt like there was just
too much chaos.
I feel like there was too many underlying things we weren't telling each other. So then that creates a level of animosity that may or may not exist in reality, because I don't know anything.
Right.
So if I don't know anything, my mind is going to run a mile a minute trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But I can't ask any questions, because rule 1 and 2 is you don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
No shoes, no shirt. Don't ask me fucking
service.
Shit.
How long have you been sober now, Kane?
4 years, will be 5 in December.
Damn,
congrats.
Nice.
Was there at any point, did you have any like, dude, I feel like I'm about to pick up the bottle, I need to call someone?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I was sitting alone. It was getting close to my sober date. And
Wanted to celebrate.
Yeah. Crack a bottle. I was sitting with my stripper roommate and it was like we had Christmas lights up and I was feeling like shit, and we were still like in the depths of the quarantine. I believe it was really like those early days of COVID, and fucking she made a whiskey tea where she like heated up some tea, threw a bunch of whiskey, like so much whiskey I could smell it.
Right.
Where near me, and she came by me, and when she said goodnight into my nose, it smelled so good. I was like, come back, because I got this warm, cozy, fuzzy, nice feeling wash over my body, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to bed, and I got up, and as I get up, I can see that she's got half a glass left of this whiskey tea. And I was like, oh, cool. She didn't finish it. And as an alcoholic, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
How do you not finish your drink? Even hammered drunk, you got to finish your drink. And I was like, fuck, these people who can handle their booze don't know how to drink. And so I'm like, I'm going to pour this out. And before I pour it out, I stuck my nose directly into the glass and took one big. And again, that nice, warm, cozy hug that whiskey can give you.
Right.
Just fucking cradled me. And I was like, uh-oh. And I grabbed it and I poured it down the drain. And then I called my buddy Ken. You guys know Ken. And yep. And I was like, hey, man, it's not going well. And then he started laughing because he's like, dude, if you go back to zero close to your sober birthday, I would have laughed in your dumb face. Don't drink. What are you doing? And we talked for like an hour and a half. It was great.
Cool. Dude, isn't it crazy that and it's probably such a vivid memory for you. I think that's like with gambling, like, they say like with poker, you don't necessarily remember all the huge wins, but you remember like the fucking crazy bad beats or losses, and I can just imagine like you remember everything very vividly at that moment.
Oh yeah, it was that. I've never smelled anything better. It was, and I was like, because I always, you hear about relapses in AA, and you're just like, yeah, but how? Because it took such a long time to get to this point now,
right? Where
I'm like very comfortable talking about it, and when people ask me, would you identify as an alcoholic? I'm like, yep, alcoholic. Life's out of control if I don't stay sober. And I'm very comfortable saying that. Like, it doesn't bother me and it doesn't make me feel ashamed at all. And so when I hear people like, yeah, man, I relapsed, I went back, I'm like, fuck, man, how? All this work. And then it took one night of me being a little sad. And I was like, oh, it's all going down the drain, baby. I'm fucking my whole life up right now. Fuck it. I'm divorced. I live with a stripper I don't like. She's messy. She has a snake that scares the shit out of me. She has half a glass of, what is she, Santa? Of course I'm going to drink this shit and ruin my whole sobriety. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, my God.
Did you almost do like a relapse with Kelsey too? Like when you guys were there for a while, knelt down, smelt her vagina, anything like that? Stuck your nose deep in there, took a big
Good God. Like, so you know what I picture?
Feeling.
You know what I picture in that whole stripper apartment scene with the whiskey? I picture Lieutenant Dan, on New Year's with Forrest. Just miserable as fuck. Oh my God, man.
But did you guys, Kelsey, did you and Kelsey you're like, hey man, we broke up, but I mean we're quarantined. I mean I could use some dick. That's what you said to Kelsey. I could use some vagina, whatever.
Strap that on, baby.
Did you guys we're like, let's just get it out of our system?
I can't deny or confirm any of this.
But
yes, absolutely. Yeah, we got along. We finally got along. So it was like,
Cookie said I could listen to Kane talk half the night. Only half. It's just, it's so interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. Very specific.
Yeah, man.
I could listen to Kane talk for like 17 minutes.
Yeah, we're at like 35 minutes, so it's like it's great. She's like, I can listen to Kane talk half the night. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
Cookie, I know you're on the East Coast, so if you ever get a chance, make sure you check out Kane.
Yeah.
You know, when he starts hitting those shows.
So you lived with the stripper, which was a fucking nightmare for you for a while, and then you went back to Seattle for a minute.
Yeah, and I lived with my sister, brother-in-law, and her 2 kids for like a month, 2 months, maybe. I think 2 months.
Oh, yeah. So kind of just to lay out the timeline for everybody. So March of 2020, moved in with the stripper. You were here with her for like a year, and then you met Raina. Is it Raina or Rena? Raina, right?
Raina.
You met Raina 7 months ago, and in that time you went from living with a stripper, then you were like, hey, I'm really feeling this chick, but it's maybe 2 months into it that you've been talking. You're like, I'm going to go to Seattle for a minute during this whole lockdown and try and figure out from there what is going to happen. And then while you're up there, you're still talking to Raina, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm going to New York. Yeah,
well, I love New York. I've always have ever since I was a kid. And then she came down to meet. She met everybody, and they all loved her. And like my 2-year-old nephew knows like 5 words total, and one of them is Raina. And that's just like a little cute little nugget. Like it all can't be bullshit. Can't all be cynical fucking old men. You know, a baby knows my girlfriend's name. What's cuter than that? And so then once we had like that great time, and I came back out to New York, and we just like kept having. And also since I was like I was living rent free, trying to figure out where I was going, I spent a month out here in New York with her. So we had like this trial period of living together to know what it's like and for a month it was great, and I got to see the city and get to know my area and really get acclimated to the ambulances and fucking fire trucks that roll by my window every night.
Does that happen at night too? Like you're sleeping and you fucking 3 a.m.
You just ignore it after a while.
People just be screaming. There's a bar right next door to us, so then there are people just getting hammered, drunk, fucking screaming at each other, fist fights, bicyclists who are like wreck in front of each other because it's late at night. They're delivering Chinese food to everybody, and they just crash into each other. It's a chaos. It's chaos out there.
So good.
Are you guys on ground level?
No, we're up. We're up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And is this how old's Raina?
36.
Oh, she's up there. Okay, cool. All right, so just kidding.
We move every level too. We're on the 36th level.
Victoria said, "Did you find a place together, or did you just moved into her place, right?"
Yeah, I moved into her place.
And has she been married before or lived with someone before?
She had a fiance.
Gotcha.
And I guess they were together for a couple of years, and then they didn't get married. Lucky. And
he is.
what a piece of shit.
Did they live together too?
Yeah, they live together.
Okay. So this isn't her first time living with someone. That's good.
Yeah.
And then, so far, what don't you like about it? You just say it really loud.
Well, I'm kind of like a lot of it is very fortuitous. It's like I'm in a. I mean, it doesn't sound like it, but I'm in a good neighborhood. Like everything is walkable. I don't have to have a car, which is great. Like the place is big for a New York apartment, and she knows everything and everybody, and also she's and like wherever we go, she's able to like make me feel very comfortable. Well, the way I describe it is she makes New York feel very small.
Okay. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I also know in a previous relationship, when you would go somewhere, you didn't get that feeling of making you feel like welcomed in that.
Yeah. Not a lot. And so it's nice to be in something that makes me feel like, oh, I'm you want me here. Yeah, someone's a fan of me. Someone's a fan and it's like genuinely excited to be like, hey, this is the guy I chose, And these are all the cool things these are all the ways he makes me feel. And these are all the cool things he can do. She makes me dance in front of people a lot.
Does she ever do the what is it, the scooter?
Yeah, the invisible scooter. Yeah, that's on TikTok, baby. Go look me up at Kane Holloway on TikTok. I do an invisible scooter. I pick up a scooter that doesn't exist and then I moonwalk in place, and it's super dope. And PC Manny, take it away.
I don't even know what to say there.
Yeah, what would you say about that? Oops. Jesus. Okay, so with being out there, and do you still have your job that you can do remotely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's fucking great.
Fucking awesome.
So you don't have to stress about that.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about getting a gig. I have one. Plus, on top of that, I got some gigs lined up, and so I'm doing everything I sort of set out. All of my comedy goals when I started doing stand-up have sort of are being accomplished in this last like 6 months, 7 months. It's like, hey, I'm living in a city I actually fucking like. Dude, LA, I don't know how you felt about this, Jay, but LA felt like I was loitering there. Like I could just never feel comfortable there.
It was weird. Like I don't know if that's the feeling I got, but it definitely was like because like work wise, you didn't work in LA. Like you didn't work in LA for money. You'd go on the road. So then you're just being in LA to be there. So yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, I mean, Vegas has been fucking crazy. Like how much work there is. Like tonight I'm at Brad Garrett's all week until Sunday. And then Monday next week, I start a week at the Comedy Cellar, So it's like, there's so much work here. It's close enough to everything. I love it. Daphne asked, what are your guys' intention? Ooh.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this because, she can hear you. So, I mean, you don't want to, throw stuff out there that maybe she's not feeling and scare her off and shit. But like, just answer yes or no on this. Would you ever see yourself going back down the road of marriage?
No. Okay. But I say that now as a person that just got out of it. Oh. Yeah. You can never say never, obviously, but I'm not looking to I'm not looking to fast track really anything.
7 months, move across the country. It sounds like it. Sounds like you guys are taking your time.
But it's nice to take. Well, I mean, like long distance is tough. Long distance is a tough business.
Yeah.
And so it's,
Has she mentioned anything along those lines, or just I mean,
yeah, we got to present questions where he can be like yes or no. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I mean, well, no.
Rapid fires. All right.
Okay, sure.
I don't. First of all, change your attitude, Kane.
My attitude is perfectly fine. Look how I got a smile right on my face. Look how smiley I am.
Okay. Like, hey, you love her. You guys have both said you love each other. You love her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What do you want me to cool it down? Oh, fine. I'll take it slower. Yes.
Yeah.
We love each
cool
other.
It now, like new edition.
Shut up.
Slow it down.
Watch out. Now, so you're right. As of right now, you have no thoughts of marriage. And is she kind of the same way where she's like enjoying the relationship? You guys are monogamous. You're happy. And she doesn't give a fuck about marriage as far as right now.
Yeah, we've had this discussion on the phone. It's like, it's not needed. It's not a necessity in our relationship to feel like, oh, hey, look how great our love is. Like, we don't need it. And so that's why I'm not in a rush to get back to the altar.
Yeah. Gotcha. Have you guys, either of you, thoughts on kids?
No kids.
You don't ever want to have kids?
No. My sister's got all the heavy lifting there. She's got another one on the way. That's 3 kids. That's enough.
You're like, Uncle Kane's good enough for me.
Yeah, man. I teach my niece how to draw. The other kid's gonna fucking learn how to throw. I don't know what the third one wants to do. Sing, dance. I don't know, but I'm gonna be there for it. So, and my sister can do all that shit.
Nice.
By the way, Cookie said, now I don't like Kelsey. I don't even know Kelsey.
No.
Victoria said, Mama Bear protecting her cubs. And then Cookie said, exactly. If she comes to DC, I'm boycotting her set.
No, don't do that, Cookie. No.
Listen to that energy. No, Cookie. Don't do that.
Don't turn on her. No, she's not a bad person at all. Go see her. She's very funny.
Yeah, Emeretta wants to come to Vegas for some Cirque du Soleil shows and watch Usher perform. Thank you for your bucket list. And Andrea said she'll go with you. Okay, so what's your guys's have you guys taught? I mean, it's weird after 7 months but maybe you guys have like long-term goals. Are you guys want to stay where you're at, or you want to get a different place or a bigger place,
or even move out of New York,
Pittsburgh, or what,
probably move into a bigger place at some point.
Right.
Trying to figure out, she wants to look at some houses, maybe, we're kind of looking at all different options. And, again, I won't cancel any place out, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the idea of maybe at some point in my older age living near the water.
There you go.
And so maybe like La Jolla would be nice at some point, but nothing's set in stone. Again, it's all just sort of like, what do we feel like doing right now?
Right.
And Victoria's question on the screen, is Raina okay with no kids?
Yeah. In fact, when I said no kids, she was like, thank God. I don't. Yikes. Now, she's great with kids too. And she's great with them. Like, she was great with my niece and nephew. And when I met her family, like all the little kids like ran up to her like, oh, Raina. And they, some of them want to be YouTube stars. So they like look up to her. And
I mean, after having to deal with Kelsey, I mean, of course. You can't say shit.
Guys,
love it.
Why? Why would you do
I'm
this?
friends with Kelsey. I can shit on her. She's used to it. Fuck it.
She was great at foosball. So.
I like how Manny's coming. Manny's like, yeah, she's good at foosball, whatever. If I see her, I'm poking her in the eyes.
Cookie said, nope. Hashtag just say no to Kelsey.
Don't
And
do it, Cookie.
Emeretta said, Cookie, you're starting a hashtag.
Cookie.
Victoria
Cookie,
said,
I love you.
Is there anything you guys haven't been in agreement on?
Haven't been on
like food or like TV shows? Is she anti-Marvel? What's
She's not anti-Marvel, but she
hasn't seen any, right?
She hasn't seen any. So like she's
okay.
Like, we watched Black Panther recently. She's like, I want to watch Black Panther.
Whoa,
and I'm like,
whoa. We just want to say here on the
Yeah. You see Kane's face. He's like, wait, what the fuck did they just say?
that's just like your joke. What's that joke you had where it's like,
can't say blacks?
Yeah, no, not that one where it's like black people should just start freaking out at white people for anything.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, what's the time? Why are you asking me, a black man, for the time?
Did something happen to Morris Day?
I did that on fucking Laugh After Dark. I did that as my fucking ending joke.
We agree on what's funny is like we got really excited at things we don't like. Like at one point she goes, do you like camping? And I was like, and this is early on when I was like, no, I don't like camping. And I was waiting for her to like pitch me camping.
Yeah, right.
And she goes, thank God, I don't like camping either. And I was like, oh my God, camping fucking sucks. And we went on like a 15-minute rant. Each of us had like the floor where we're like, yeah, dude, and you're just like in the dirt. Just go to a hotel and fuck. What are we gonna fuck in the dirt? And we just like I got so excited. And the same thing came about music festivals. Why? Boo. Yuck.
Do you guys like glamping?
What's that?
Kind of like the glorious kind of camping where it's like you've got
no amping.
So not even in like a fancy ass RV in the middle.
I will light it on fire if I see that shit.
Wait, okay. So Emeretta had a great question. So if your brother marries the woman who refused to hug Raina, let's see, will they both go to the wedding, or will you guys both go to the wedding?
If his brother marries the woman, oh yeah, no, we'll go. I just won't. When she goes to give me a hug, I'll be like, I'm good.
I love it.
Hopefully that's what your brother says when the priest says, do you take? I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird though. Who the fuck does that shit?
I was so annoyed, and part of me hopes that she sees this, so
Yeah.
she could be like, "Wait, what did I do?"
Dude.
Uh,
And with your, so you're getting up there in New York. Which clubs are you doing a lot there?
Right now, I'm doing the Stand.
Oh yeah.
And then Jonas Barnes, our old buddy
Oh, yeah.
Jonas Barnes, he's got a place called I think it's called the Teacup out in Brooklyn. And so I go over there and do that. And New York crowds, man, they're great. They are on fire. I love them
I
to
wonder,
death.
like one of the owners of one of the clubs here was talking to me and Carlos Rodriguez, and he was talking about how Vegas audiences are a different breed than like when you go out on the road to a comedy club. It's very much like New York, because you have everybody comes to Vegas, so you have all kinds of demographics,
right.
age, race, creed, sexual preference, LGBTQ, LMNOPs, but
political affiliation,
yeah, but he was saying but when you figure it out, when you figure out how to get a Vegas crowd, or I'm assuming also the same with New York, it's like you go out on the road, and it's a slow pitch, it's so easy.
Yeah. That's how Spokane was, where I was doing New York, and then I was just sort of like you get rapid fire. You're just like doing show, and then I went out and I did Spokane Comedy Club, and I was like, "Yo, dude, am I a fucking rock star?"
Yeah, dude.
It was like I'm finally getting the time.
You go up to the headline, you're like, "Follow that bitch."
And he goes up and crushes because he's my next door neighbor.
Shout out to Cookie and her husband.
Yeah. Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, Cookie says, by the way, I'm making my husband sit in the truck with me while I listen to the podcast. It's so good. I love you, Cookie.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah, she's Mama Bear on here.
Cookie's the best.
Cookie's young. She's nobody's mom.
She's very sweet.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Nice. Very
So,
unbelievable. You feel good about yourself?
So here's what advice would you give? So is this your first relationship that started as a long distance?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and long distance can be crazy difficult. So what would your advice be, or what were some tricks that you figured out? I know, when I was dating Isabel, I would do it was Skype at the time. I was going to say Zoom calls, but I would do Skype after shows. I'd be wherever and we'd do Skype, things afterwards. So what would your tricks of long distance relationship would you give to someone?
I would say it's the same for any relationship, really. It's just like you want to make sure that you have communication at all times. Hey, you can't reach me at this time because I'm going to be doing this thing, but I will be available, blah, blah, blah. And open relationship, long distance relationship, regular monogamous relationship where you guys own a house and you live together and you see each other 24 hours a day, just fucking talk to each other. Yeah. Because it's, if you don't do that, then a whole weird mess of issues crop up out of nowhere. And
that's what happened with one of Jay's last relationships. She started calling him bro when he didn't answer the phone. So
started calling you bro?
Oh yeah, this girl, dude. I was on the road. I was with Ken. We were doing one of the loony bins, and me and this girl, we had known each other before. We had gone out on dates before when I lived in when I was living with Sean in Pasadena, and then I moved out here, and we were kind of talking again, and I was on the road with Ken, and how but I've been always upfront about I'm not a partier. I do the shows, and then if we're on the road, we always are what are we watching? What documentary? What movie?
Right.
All that. That's our favorite fucking thing.
I love it.
So I think she had tried to call me while I was doing shows, and it's a different time zone. I called her back, didn't answer. The next day I'm on my way to the airport with Ken, and Ken, I think this was when he was pretty, I don't know if he was newlywed still, but he's always talking about, we always joke how Ken falls in love the first time he meets somebody,
Yes.
And so we're in the car, and he's like, you gotta find that special one, Jay. And so I'm talking to her on the phone, and I'm explaining to her how I was at a show, and then she's like, I don't know, bro. She called me bro.
Yo.
And I just started laughing. And I said to Ken, I was like, this is what I'm talking about, Ken. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. Fuck. You called me bro.
I don't know, bro.
And I was like, oh, yuck. All right, dude.
And she grabbed her nuts and was like, fuck you, Jay.
Yep, man. Yep, man. There was a question up here. Oh, no, or maybe I had a question. I know what it was. Have you guys had a fight yet?
Yes.
And what was it over? And who won?
it was we were fighting about, we went to the Hamptons. Don't mean to brag.
Toity.
Yes,
Toity.
We were and I was just like, you know how exhausting it can be, like meeting a bunch of people and like I was meeting her friends' friends. Like they got a house out in the Hamptons, and then everyone's like hanging out in this house, and we're doing a bunch of stuff, and like, and I felt like I was going. So I was like exhausted, and I just started shutting down because I'm just like wiped, and then we just started feeling irritable, and then we got into an argument about that, where it's just like we started arguing about how like I'm not. Like she thinks something's wrong, and I'm like explaining myself, and then we're so irritable that we're not like listening. We're not listening to each other, so we're just like, it's like, hey, this is my point of view, and then it's like, this is my point of view, and it's like, yeah, but what? Yeah, but, and we're just doing that all the way, and we're driving to the beach, and so we're like trying to go have this walk on like this nice romantic last day in the Hamptons. We're the last couple in the house, so we get this big house together. We're gonna go to this beach, you know, they film movies on this beach and shit. And
hopefully Titanic.
They filmed that in the middle of the ocean. The Titanic sunk in the middle of the ocean. You dipshit. It wasn't fucking.
Some of the bodies washed up, I'm sure, on the beach.
How would it, in the middle of the ocean, the tide
made its way?
How could it possibly?
Took a wave.
How the fuck could it possibly?
You seem really irritable right now. Irritable, as they say in
I am irritable, stupid.
Very irritable.
Why don't you fucking shut up. I hope Titanic. We're on a beach, you dipshit.
Okay, I hope it was old.
Oh my god, I love seeing you guys go back and forth.
Yeah, this line of questioning is old.
Because it's coming from me.
Anyway, yeah. So then
we resolve it.
Well, we start walking on the beach, and we both are still
Titanic
like,
there.
Dude, this joke is Titanic. It is fucking splitting in half and sinking.
Hope they filmed the Hindenburg there. How old can I get my references? Hope they crucified Jesus there.
I was going to do the Great War, but you beat me to it. I can't do the Great War now. We're already back to Jesus.
Oh, man.
God.
So anyway,
we're walking on the beach.
So we're walking on the beach, and we're both just like still irritated at each other. Like we had said, like, okay, I'm done fighting. We're done fighting. Let's be done. But we're both like not done yet. And then all of a sudden this dog comes barking at us, like starts walking up. This couple is walking up towards us, and the dude who obviously owns the dog was like, hey, knock it off. Hey, stop it. And the dog keeps circling us and barking at us and nipping at us. And the closer the guy gets, all of a sudden I'm like, I fucking know that guy. And he keeps getting closer. And then I'm like, holy shit. And the guy goes, hey, sorry about my dog. And as soon as he gets close to my face, I'm like, that's Liev Schreiber.
Crazy.
Fucking Ray Donovan comes walking up and he's like, sorry about my dog. And we like look at each, and I'm like, yeah, no problem, dude. And then he's like, this weather, huh? I'm like, yeah, man. Love you and scream. Anyway, and then he fucking walked away, and we just looked at each other and we're like, I guess we're done fighting, aren't we?
Hope they filled Ray Donovan there.
They filled Ray Donovan with what? Stupid. Why don't you enunciate, you fucking dummy?
Fuck you! I wish you would have seen the Statue of Liberty buried under the sand there on the beach.
Planet of the Apes? Why? I thought this was a dating podcast.
I know.
my
I'm fucking
God.
going off the rails. We're wrapping up. All right.
So good.
Anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Daphne, are you talking about Ray or Kane?
Ooh, he's definitely talking about Ray. He is fine.
Fine in a motherfucker, girl.
So, yeah, you can go to kaneholloway.com. You can check out all the stuff I have there. I have an album out called Can't See Straight. That was produced by 800 Pound Gorilla, and you can find it on all kinds of stuff on Spotify. I also cut it into a special on my YouTube channel. It's called the Two Jackets Special. And if you want to find out why it has a different title, you gotta watch it, baby. And then you can go to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. If you want to look up that show, DTBFF or DTBFF podcast in your search engine, it'll be the first thing to pop up. I do it with Greg Barrett. And also I have a nerd show where I quiz people on what their favorite thing is in the whole world. And it's called Well Actually. So
DTBFF.
And
down to butt fuck fuckers.
You feel good about that?
Yeah. It's my last chance.
I hope the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my God.
Manulus.
Yeah, still in quarantine hell, but surviving. And yeah, catch me on Hollings Worthless podcast.
And what's when's the due date?
September 21st.
Ooh, oh my God, you're about to be a dad.
That shit is scary, man.
And then you're gonna be a daddy.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Don't fucking I don't like how all the shitty jokes you have, and that's when you turn on me.
Zaddy. Okay.
Oh,
Let me see. I'm at Brad Garrett's all this week. Comedy Cellar here at the Rio all week. You can go to bigrj.com.
That sounds like
Another
a remix
fucking...
of Are you doing that, Kane?
No, but I'm so happy that during his plugs is when another ambulance came rolling by.
So good.
Must have been a fire truck because these shows are going to be hot.
Jesus. Oh,
There they are. Call an ambulance or a mortuary because I'm going to kill. And then you hear that siren in the back.
Oh my God.
Oh God. All right. Andy, sorry you came late. Sorry, Missy, but rewatch it. We showed a picture of what Tammy Joe looks like, thanks to Carla Allen.
Tammy Joe, bring your chitlins.
Yeah. Again, go follow Kane Holloway, kaneholloway.com. And thanks, Kane. We'll have you back on like in a month or two when you guys break up. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And until next time, Manulus.
Putting the love back in your right.
We're both wearing purple. Keep going.
It's love and black and white.
Fuck it.